is the brand story of BlueStone?
Yeah, so we started as an online only brand back in 2012. I'm a engineer by education, having done my engineering from IIT, and this is my second startup. My first was in social network. I think after coming out of that, I realized that I wanted to do something in vertical e-commerce. I started exploring. I started looking at a lot of categories, and that was the time when I came across jewelry and realized it's a very beautiful category. So decided to get into that and launched the website in 2012 with our own designs. Very quickly realized that we'll see the real value when we actually start taking care of the entire jewelry stack, which is essentially all the way from design to manufacturing. So we did it over next few years, and I think then the realization that this is a category where people find it interesting and people find it very valuable to browse it online, but also given the price points, given the nature of the category, given the high price points, there's some comfort that they require, which only an offline presence can actually provide. Touch and feel, returning, exchanging, a lot of these things, a lot of these natural use cases are kind of almost impossible or very, very difficult to handle in the online world. Online, I think, is much better when it comes to looking at 1000 ring designs, which you can't do in offline world. But when it comes to some of these things, touch and feel, exchanges, etc., then offline is better. So what we decided to create was the confluence of the two channels and create a kind of a wholesome offering for end customers.
Wonderful. So omnipresent.
Omnipresent. Yeah,
and it builds also on the trust factor.
It does. I think once people start seeing stores nearby, it's just much easier to trust that website also, as opposed to trusting a website which you have never seen in. It's like meeting a person and then talking to that person on phone is much more convenient than just talking to someone on phone without ever meeting them.
Absolutely. So how are you leveraging technology?
I think in every aspect of the business that we do, since the beginning, we were a tech first and tech focused company. So all the way from our own website, order management system, warehouse management systems, even point of sale, factory management, everything is done in-house. So a lot of operational efficiencies, first 5, 6, 7 years. We build systems to create great operational efficiency. So basically all the way from store to factory, everything is fully automated. There's not a single personal human intervention that is there. So moment a piece is sold from in a store, a back order is placed in factory, it gets created, goes back to that store without a single human making any decision. Right? And then over time in last 3 to 4 years, a lot of with the advent of machine learning, AI, etc. Also, what we realized that not only the operational efficiencies, but a lot of decision making can also now be done by machines. So we are utilizing machine learning and algorithms, etc., to do a lot of that automated decision making. Hence, reducing our dependency on people, on humans, to take data-driven calls, which are best done by machines.
Excellent. And how do you intend to utilize the proceeds?
In this particular case, the primary utilization is towards working capital. We intend to open more and more stores. We are seeing really strong traction there, and so the capital required for that is.
Okay. Can you share some consumer trends and insights in the tier 2 and tier 3?
I think tier 2 and tier 3 people are even more underserved when they want differentiated designs, etc. I think jewelry being a very capital intensive business, and most of the local jewelers, etc., have been there for generations. So they have this thing ingrained in them that this is what they are not experimental. It's very difficult to be experimental when the working capital requirement is so huge. So they tend to generally do the same thing which was working for them 10 years, 15 years, 20 years back. They tend to offer the same things. And because people don't have much choices, people have their fixed jeweler that they go to, so they'll have to buy from whatever is being offered there. And essentially, hence the design innovation is kind of very, very lacking. So as we enter tier 2, tier 3 cities, we saw very strong reception for our designs.
All right. I know you are a design-led company. So what is the USP of BlueStone? What is your key differentiator?
Multiple USPs, not single. So from customers' lens, it's designs. Essentially, design is what matters to most who is looking to buy jewelry. But what all that goes in empowering that thing is essentially have to create beautiful designs. You also have to give the ability for people to go through 2000 designs. If you create those 2000 designs and keep them in the shelves where people can only see them the day they decide to buy, then it just loses the entire purpose. Right? So essentially, hence the technology stack, hence the use of technology to make sure that people can consume those designs without being forced to buy. right? Now for that, so I'm saying that the final objective is designs, superior designs.
Yes.
But what goes in providing that requires a lot of things in the back end also.
Right. So, what has been your leadership mantra?
It has evolved. It has evolved over time. I have evolved over time. I was a different person when I started building it. I'm a very, very different person now. I think one of the things, especially when I look at top level hires, was the ability to do hands-on execution. So if you look at a lot of people, we hardly have any mid layer. We just don't. We are very lean organizations. So I think all the people, even at the top, are expected to be very hands-on. And if 4 people in your team leave, you should be able to do everything yourself. So I think that is there. Cultural fit is very, very important. I think we generally so cultural fit is very, very important. You should be fine kind of working in a lean organization. We don't generally encourage people to come and say that, okay, I need 3 VPs, 4 AVPs, blah blah blah. We don't have any of that structure. Come here, do work, go home, and relax.
Excellent. Your final words for the potential stakeholders.
I think we're generally excited to have anyone. We would be excited to have retail and other shareholders also. I think the way we see it is over the last 4 or 5 years, what we have seen, the kind of growth, the kind of traction that we've seen is phenomenal. I think the world order is changing. I think that the traditional way of doing businesses, be it any other category, be it jewelry, be it luggage, be it mattress, be it shoes, anything, the world order is changing. So is the case in jewelry also, and hence D2C, omnichannel, these have a much right now they have a very strong role to play, but in future they'll have even bigger role to play, right? So and the category is so beautiful, so if you want to, and I would love for everyone to kind of join us for the ride.
Definitely. All gold is glittering. Wish you a sparkling IPO. Thank you so much. Pleasure talking.